Welcome back in my channel today. Hope you are doing good and great with God's grace. So now we are almost at the last of this particular series, that is Learn ServiceNow Scripting from Functional Consultant, and now we are going to be see that how many ways are there to debug the script. Definitely, being a developer, only writing the code is not a only thing I do. I have to be debug it. Why it is not working as expected, where it has been stuck. What are the parameters required to make it work? So these things are required in the debugging part, and what ServiceNow recommend few of the techniques here. So let's come on our favorite place, that is called my favorite book, Debugging the Script here. So what they say is that debugging is very important aspect of creating working ServiceNow scripts. So creating script is not a one thing. Creating working ServiceNow script is a more important. And in this particular chapter, we are going to be discuss these 7 or 8 techniques: the script debugger, the session debugger, the field watcher, debugging application, Java log, debugging REST, and SOAP. Almost in this part, these two we already discussed in our client side or on the server side part. Let's start a little bit discussion on that part. So the script debugger is the first place where the developer debug their server side scripting specifically to find out the errors or issues within the code. In this part, which is what is important, the importance that the breakpoint. Breakpoint means from where I need to be start debug my script. So what to do, what we have to do here. So now we'll go to the ServiceNow here and I open the business rule. Business rule here. Okay, and let me pick up one business rule here which I can pick up from the example. Okay, let's say incident event, because it is given by ServiceNow as well. So let's say incident event. Now open this part and now in the scripting we can do the breakpoints. And how to do the breakpoints? Come here and like this you can just select. So I want breakpoint like this. I want breakpoint on this. I want breakpoint on this. It means when a script will run, then these are the points where you can start checking your code. That is the meaning of the breakpoint. You're breaking it in the different points so that you can debug your part here. Now what I will do, I'll go here for the script debugger. I'll open in this window. So now it has been opened. So now you can see that I have a different breakpoints are available: 1, 3, 6, 9 and 11. To do this part, my breakpoints are there. Let me reload a page like this. Dev like incident. And let's see is my debugging is working or not. Nope, nothing is there because I did not start my tracing here. Tracing means let's start capturing the logs here. That is what the tracing says. So let me come back here now quickly and we'll show. To use the debugger, first we need to define a breakpoint, which we done now in our business rule. And now if you come back to the, after the breakpoint is there, you can open the breakpoints in the debugger itself. So like either you can open the debugger like this, or either you can go to the business rule and click on this particular icon. This is again called the open script debugger. If I click here, it will open the same window for me with the breakpoints detail here. So now you can see here, right? So you can just check, you can just up and down and you can run that particular stuff. Okay. Now after doing this part, when I switch on the trace, I can see the debugging has been started here. Maybe I can just come here and click on the debugging is already started, stop debugging, or this part. Maybe I can just reload some page, I can run some operations, and then I will able to find out this particular option here. Okay, so this is the first point which the debugging work, and in this particular part we will be saying that what is the meaning of this particular icons here: stop, start, then next, and all these things like this here. So like pause debugging, you can even resume the script execution, step over the next function, step into the next function call, step out of the current function. So these are not next or back, it is like a next function call and current function step specifically. Okay, so what they say specifically here, that this icon resume, this will resume the script from the after the current breakpoint. Like breakpoint has been introduced by ServiceNow in the ATF as well. The same concept applicable here as well. Step over the next function call, this one. This button allows to step through the code and over any function call. If you want to skip one or two, you can skip it very easily. Step into the next function call, click this icon, step through the script and into any function called in the code. And at last, the current script but out of any function currently in use. So this is the options available in the script debugger. So like this. So if I switch on the trace here, then I can see that how this particular part is be running. So maybe I can just go here, I can just run this point. If I can go here, business rule, okay, incident table, and we see when to run after insert or update. So now let me do one thing, let me open one incident and then we'll see is it running or not, and we will just update something in the here, and let me save it. And now we will go back and we'll see is our debugger is working fine or not. There's no points. Why? Because we did not switch on the tracing here. So now if I switch on, and now if I just make some changes here and update, or I can say the update here, the debugger will start working here. So now you can see like this. In your debugging, you can see the log points. If anything required, you can go here, you can open the trace, you can open the script as well like this, and you can check the debugging part very easily here. Okay, so this is what you can check here on the front part here. So that is the what I was about to tell you, that how the debugging operations actually work here, the script debugger actually work here. Okay, now if I come to the next point here, the debugging method is very helpful, and something that was missing from the earlier version is the ServiceNow. With the script debugger, we have the much more rounded one. Now on the top of that, they said, or this book says, the session debugger also available. Session debugging means it will give a lot of information, but it should not be overload. And how it will look like. So what you have to do, come here into the application navigator and search for the session. So when you search for the session, you will find these options. It means by clicking this, you are able to do the debugging on a specific area as well. Like you can debug everything if you want, or if you want to debug any acceleration, text search, UI policy, you can do this part. So if I click on this enable all, the same window will open, guys, nothing much. But the thing is that now in the debug output, you will be able to find a lot of things here. Okay, like this, it's off, or let me click on the on here. Now it has been on. Let's try to be reload some page, it's be working or not. Let's see that part. Okay, let me remove this on hold option here and let update it here. So now you can see transition paused at the breakpoint. It means the first breakpoint it has been achieved here. So now you can see this is the what we're discussing here. You can see, okay, what has been run in this particular area like this. You can see here. If you are happy, you can go to the resume part, then it go to the next breakpoint. If you are okay, you can see, okay, what is the coding is there, what script is running, you can find out very easily here. This is not from the consulting perspective, but it is very required from the development perspective. Developer need to be check these things, that what is parsing, what is not parsing, everything they can check here. But the problem is that here, if you enable everything here, okay, if you enable everything here, in this case the log size is going to be very heavy. So now you can see I have these many debug options: log, security, other, business rule, engine. Maybe on this page only these things are running it. Okay, then message type, you want info, warning, error, you can do it part. If I want just to see error, any error there, you can just filter. This is the error. Concrete modification, exception, Java util, this is the error. So by these way developer actually do that particular stuff. Now if you want to see the global or something, you can put it like that only. If I want to see everything, I can put like this. So in short, the purpose is that these two, script debugger and the session, help you to get more and more logs, but more logs can create a more problem as well. So better not enable everything in a one go. Just enable which you want, otherwise keep it as a disable here. Okay, so now you can see here, if I enable it, you can see this box is this, some picture is coming. This says that debugging has been open. Debugging is work in progress. I mean, debugging is going on at point of time. Okay, this is what this means. So now what I will do, I'll go here and I will enable disable all here, so that I don't want any code should be run in my logic, any code should be run in my debugging part, and I can reload this part. So now there's a no icon or no picture is there, because I remove everything. I don't want to do any kind of a code log capture, which is also not recommended. Minimum logs you should be capturing. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss in this particular area, that is called the session debugger. Okay, now the third point which is becoming here is called here. So multiple things which we discussed, that what is the green and red, you can search it very easily on that part. Okay, I'm not going to do a little more. Yes, field watcher. So field watcher basically a functionality given by ServiceNow, which say if you want to check a field, how the value is changing, what the value is updating, then you can do the field watcher as well. Only thing which is be required is that on the San Diego, I did not find the field watcher option on the form. So like what to do here, you can go here and when you right click here, you will get an option called the field watcher, which is not available as of now in ServiceNow. I read somewhere in the community and they say that this requirement has been sent to the development team and they'll be working on that part. So now what to do in this case, if I want to show you here, let me open a table called the system.property and let me change to the property here, so that I can show you that where I can find this option, the debugging option the field watcher I can find out here. So let me make a change in the Polaris. This is the property which is given by ServiceNow, right? And Polaris experience, make it as a false here. Okay, and true. Now let me reload my page quickly here. Yep, now it has been saved. Let me reload my page so that I can show you that where you can find the field watcher option on the form level. And one thing is that at a given point of time, only one field watcher work on a one given field. So now you can see this has been changed. Now if I click here, oops, I'm not still getting here. Not sure why. It has not been changing the property. No, it is still not changing. Maybe let me log out and log in again. It is still taking the old path here. Log out and let me log in again here, so that I can show you the field watcher property here. Okay, yep, now I'm able to log in here quickly. Yep, now it's taking the correct thing. So now I can go to the incident and let me open any incident here. By seeing this view now, I'm feeling little sad here. Oops, it's still not showing here. Otherwise it show here the watcher as well. Okay, you can just click on the watcher and then you can make sure that this particular field has been captured here. So how it will look like then. The field watcher debugging functionality allow you to watch the individual field and monitor any changes that occur in the field level. Okay, and when you switch on this part, so it say to watch a field, right click on the field in the form view, and at the bottom of the context menu you should be see an option for the watch field somewhere. This is, you can see here, and maybe the context menu. If I say, I'm not getting anything option here. No, it is not like that. It is not like, it will be on this form itself, somewhere like this only here. Okay, so that is a place where you can do this thing. Okay, so now it be saying the field watcher frame show you any changes on the field, and using tick box in the field watcher window you can switch type of change. The field watcher will check for the example business rule and the client script, that how the field is getting updated by the field watcher. You can get it done. So I can show you on this particular image like this. So if you make a property like a field watcher, let me try the property field as well, maybe it work for me. Okay, maybe it, sorry, let me try this. No, so it is not working for me. At least maybe in the San Diego there is some issue, but it is not working at least for me at this point. But if you check in your instance, you will find this option like this here. This option will be there, right? So the similar screen, which the similar icon has been appeared, which appeared in the session debugger, and once you reload the form, it will show you that what functionality running on this particular field, what UI action, what workflow activity, what reference qualify which is be running. You can find out it is very easily, and then you can identify that what are the logic running behind with changing this particular value here. Okay, this is the very important point. I can say, guys, this is a very good point for doing the field level I can say debugging in the ServiceNow. Even I used before I guess Rome or somewhere, some other versions, I use this debugging feature as well, which is not working in my instance at point of time. Okay, the next one, that is called the debugging application. If you want to debug the scoped application, so you can use, or maybe some other application, you can use the debug business rule. Nothing new here. You have to be just go here and search for the debug, and under that you will find like this: debugging business rule details, NLQ, graphical, SQL, anything you want to do, you can do it here very easily. Now it is at, if you want to debug the text search, click here and it will be start working for you. Okay, so this is the these are the things which they are given here. So you can debug the specific components as well, like business rules, security, SOC ops. You can do that part. Okay, similar way, similar method, nothing new is there. The only thing is that in this case only business rule will be coming into the session debugger part, nothing else. Other than this, we have a error warning and info debug. This is for the scoped application, because via gs.log you cannot get the logs in the scoped application. So it use gs.error, gs.warn, gs.info, gs.debug, which you can use in your scoped application and easily get that things done. So if you create any new application, you will find this link at the bottom side. And that the last JavaScript log and the debugging log, again the same thing, JS and or I can say JS and the GS, which we discussed just now. So you can enable the JavaScripting one. Okay, so let me come here. I guess what is the thing I was doing is now corrected. So this one, field watcher, is to be on here. Okay, now if I untick this box and I come here, let me reload my page. I'm definitely I will be able to get this debugging option as well now. Still not getting, but it's showing me something like this here. Okay, so once I activated this, now you can see this part, field watcher is there. On which field you want to be run this, that you can do that part. Let me see if I can do it here. Okay, open, and I can open it like this. Let's see if I can make it any field as this one. Yep, now you can see the watch impact. It means the important point is that this option will not work in a separate window. See, it is not working in the separate window, but it is working in the same window. So now you can click on the watch impact here, and then these options are coming for this particular option. This particular option is not available in the San Diego at point of time. In the notification, in the not a notification, in the personalized gear icon, you will not find this option. But in the old property, in the old theme, you will easily get this part. So now you can see if you are making a change something here, what is be running in the background. You can check easily on the this part like this. You want to put medium kind of thing, so you want to put large so that you can find the logs are running or not here. Everything you will get it. So this is a JavaScript log which we are discussing here at point of time. You can go and enable the JavaScript log on the front end level, and then you will get your all JavaScript logs in this particular place here. You can use JS log functionality to get the details in your bucket now. So like this, I'm saying incident testing right into JavaScript log. So maybe if I can write something here and update it, testing, and let me click on the save here. Okay, testing, and I put the save here. Then again the script will run again. Even I can reopen it again like this. Okay, can reopen and I can see that what is be running or what is not be running here. Okay, field read, make it field only close. This is what is coming on this particular field watcher here. So this is another method which you can use for the debugging option, guys. It is a good thing which you can use anytime in your system. But again, it will make little heavy sometime because a lot of logs are getting generated on the JavaScript part. Then debugging the REST and debugging the SOAP is basically what you can do. To debugging the REST APIs, if you can go to this property, let me show you. There is a property name. Let me open the sys underscore properties list here, and you can search. Let me close it. I don't require this thing now. Let me search for this part, glide rest debug. So this is the property name which is be used to capture the what I can say logs for the REST API. So glide.rest.debug, sorry, I mentioned that this one. Let me put like this, rest.debug. If this property does not exist, you can create the property in the system property and make it as a true value. So it means if any REST API will hitting or coming here in the ServiceNow, then the logs will be generated and be captured into this particular in the ServiceNow logs area. Okay, so this is what we can do it for the REST part. Now for the SOAP part, same, it is also applicable for the property, but property name is like this, glide processor debug.SOAP processor. Let me copy and try to check, do we have this available or not. We don't have, so again we have to be enable this property and make it as a true here. Okay, type true and false and value should be true, only then the log should be getting captured in the for the your SOAP API as well, and you can easily modify or you can easily validate and verify your problem statement here. So guys, this was a very short session on the debugging of the scripting part here. Hope you get some idea, because the reason why I put this part, because in the interview it has been asked number of times. Even I asked this question to my interview as well, that how many ways you can debug a script, and people always says we can have a Java log script, but what else are there given by ServiceNow? So like debugger, script sessions, and field watcher are the multiple ways that you can do the debugging part. So with this, hope you will be like this video. If you like, please put some comments, share your feedback, and let come to the last or the next, sorry, not last, basically next video for the ServiceNow scripting part. Till the time, have a nice day guys, take care and bye bye.